for iHeartRadio Live with Ali Brooke. Here's your host, Emily Curl.
Hey everyone, it's your girl, Emily Curl, and welcome to iHeartRadio Live. Today, our guest joining us is singer, actress, and now author. Let's welcome Ali Brooke. Hi, Ali.
Hello. Hi. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be on.
I'm so excited. I love that you're drinking your McCafe coffee. You know,
Yes, go right here. You know, I had to have it. It's so funny. So I'm not even really a coffee drinker, but now I am because my schedule is like crazy and all over the place. But I love it. Like I secretly really love it. So it's a good thing to have.
Like, so McDonald's coffee is your go-to more than like Dunkin' or Starbucks?
No, so funnily enough, Starbucks is like my number one. I love their pumpkin spice latte, but today I had like just 5 minutes to eat and I'm like, okay, I'll just get McDonald's and give me their latte. McDonald's is awesome too. They're like really, really good. So anybody needs new coffee recommendations, you gotta go there.
I love it, and I love that we started our interview talking about coffee.
Great.
We have a lot to get into. Talking about your new memoir, Finding Your Harmony, that you released this week. Congratulations. I love the book in the back. Yes.
Have my little setup. It's right here. Thank you so much.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, why was it important to tell your story in this way?
Well, it was so important because I've had so much that I've lived and seen in my life. I know I'm so young, but you know, this book is really for so many people out there who have a dream, who may be going through a situation that is challenging for them right now, and by me opening up in my challenging areas, my difficult moments, I'm hoping that I can help someone else, and especially to write about my faith and how it's carried me through my entire life, through every victory and through every loss and pain and tragedy. That is the goal. You know, I've always said that I hope that I've always wanted to be a light in this industry, and I hope this book can be a light to so many people. There is so much in there.
Oh, I love that, Ali. And you know, one thing that the internet did pick up on quickly was your decision to save yourself for marriage. Are you surprised at the attention and reaction that that's getting?
Yeah. So at first I was wondering if I should even share that in the book because it is so personal. But at the same time, you know, having a book is a chance to own your story, own your truth, own what you believe in and your personal choices and decisions. And that's what I decided to do, is just to be honest with my readers and empower them to own their own truth, whatever that may mean to them. And, you know, when it came out in the media and I saw all the press, at first I was like, okay, guys, don't tell me what people are saying because, you know, they're probably going to make fun of me and judge me and all that. But what I saw was so much support and so much love, like people just being like, you girl, you go girl, you own yourself and who you are. And then even like interviewers too, they've been so nice and respectful. And even though if, you know, me and someone else may not have the same walk or the same values, just knowing that they can still respect me and I can still respect them and love them, and I would never judge anybody, and I make that super clear in my book. I think that's awesome. So having that safe space and that empowerment was really, really special for me. So thanks, everybody.
Yeah. Oh, that is really special. And, you know, I feel like in a world of entertainment where everything is so sexualized now, how have you, when it comes to your career, you know, what challenges did you have to go through, or maybe do you still go through while navigating this world, but also staying true to who you are?
Yeah. So I open up in my book about a lot of challenges with that. And one of that was in Fifth Harmony, one of those times, excuse me. And in Fifth Harmony, you know, it was really hard to have my own voice because there's so many different, you know, people around us, so many different opinions, and everybody from, you know, everyone else to the label to management to so much. So it's really hard to kind of be fully comfortable, you know, with everything. And even though I'm super proud of our work, I love our songs, it was hard for me in certain moments to stand up or to just speak up and say, hey, I wasn't comfortable with that. And I put in my book that I wish I could have changed a few lyrics in a song. But again, like, hey, I learned, and I'm still super proud of our music. You know, I listen to it, I bop to it. But that was a challenge. And now going solo, I feel like I've just been surrounded with such incredible people who empower me to be who I am, and my team, they support me in my decisions. I'm very conscious of what I sing about, making sure it's clean, for everyone to listen to, kids and grandmas and adults.
The whole spectrum.
But also still knowing that, hey, I can be sexy, I can be flirty, I can be sassy. But there's just a certain boundary that I have, and it's so nice to be in a place in my life where I have a team who doesn't pressure me. Like they in fact will be like, yeah, we already know we're gonna change this lyric, or I already said that we're gonna change, even if I haven't listened to a song. So it's really awesome.
Yeah, and you talked a little bit about that transition, what it went like going from, being in a group of women to then a solo artist. What was the most surprising part of that transition to you that maybe you weren't expecting?
Definitely when faced with the devastation of all the doors being shut. So when I was faced by the rejection of the labels, that was so hard, especially because I was told the opposite, oh, you're in the biggest girl group in the world, you're gonna have no problem, and you have so much talent, so it's gonna be easy. But I detail in my book those meetings and how they went, and how they just weren't as how do you say, the energy, was it was just different in every room, and it felt stiff and like, whoa, I'm really having to sell myself. Of course you have to in meetings, but it just felt like such a different way that was really hard to navigate through. And then I sadly got rejected by all of them, and that was so devastating. I was already behind and being signed. Everyone else, all the other girls got a head start and got signed, and I was just left with nobody. And then the fans would ask, lovingly and innocently, oh my gosh, have you got signed? And the media would ask and talk. And that was so much pressure on me, knowing the truth and what was happening, but just being like, yeah, guys, I'm going to make music. I'm going to be out, with my own stuff soon. It was so, so tough. So being rejected was awful, especially because there were no other doors to go through, no other labels, because again, all the girls, got signed. So when they get signed, or when anyone gets signed in a group, you can't go to the same label. So you only have so many options. So that was so hard. But you know what? I got through that, and God literally, even though I was really mad, and I was just like, I was crying on my floor, just devastated, so alone, so just like, where am I going to go? What's going to happen? Am I ever going to make music again? I was just crushed. God reopened a door, and I signed with Latium and Atlantic, Charles Chavez, and my life changed. So don't give up. That's the moral of the story.
Rejection is such a universal feeling. We've all had something like that happen in our lives. What did that season of life, what do you think you really took away from that, and how does that impact you now?
I took away just how strong that I could be. And in that time, I just remember, even though I was so broken and so hurt, again, I really thought, God, am I ever going to be able to make music? Am I ever going to fulfill my dreams? And being faced with that, it just crushes you. It crushes your soul. And you just feel so hopeless. You feel so cold. You feel so sad. And I didn't know what I was going to do. I was going to figure it out either way. But at the time, I was just questioning and in pain and in agony. It was awful. It was so awful. But I learned that, you know what? Even in the storm, trust God. Trust that there's a greater plan for you. And that having that mustard seed of faith, that the right door will open. That an opportunity will present itself, even when it feels like everything around you is just like crumbling. So that was what the moral of the story for that was for me. And even though, again, feeling all those feelings, that little seed of hope and faith, I believe, helped me for the very next stage of my life.
Oh, Allie, that's beautiful. I'm a spiritual person too, so I love that.
That's awesome, girl. You get it. It's not easy, but you know what? The Lord always provides. Sometimes it's not even the answer we want. You know what I mean? It's like, God, this wasn't the answer to my prayer, but it ends up being the best thing for you.
Yeah, yeah. And I want to touch back on your time in Fifth Harmony, which you talk about in the book, but you also described that time as the great sadness, which is something that stuck out to me. Why did you describe it like that?
Man, there was so much that I endured in that group. It was really, really challenging. For me, it was hard because I'm like, okay, I'm balancing, being grateful for this amazing opportunity. Millions of girls would kill to be in my spot. I get to travel the world, be part of an iconic group. But at the same time, I don't think people really realize the challenges of being in a group and being in our crazy entertainment industry. And there was just so much that was happening, behind the scenes. And also being faced with everything from, inappropriate behavior by music executives, people taking advantage of me when I was vulnerable and just asking for advice, to even smaller things like, the certain makeup I wanted to wear, the certain outfits that I wanted to wear. I had no say, or whenever I try to ask, like, hey, can we change things, I was met with shame and like just with an attitude. And so all of those things festered, and it was really hard. And then on top of that, I shared that, the fans called me the sunshine, and I wanted to live up to that. I wanted to be positive and smiley all the time, no matter what was going on. But that time was hard, feeling like I had no identity. I wasn't being valued. I was told that I wasn't valued.
Oof.
And just feeling all of that, it was hard. It was very hard. And just being mistreated and just all these really, really hard things. That's why I called it that, because I went through more than people could even imagine.
I'm sure. And now, do you still keep in touch with any of the members from the group?
You know what? I actually texted Normani the other day, and her mom. They're going through a hard time right now. So everybody, if you could please pray for her and her family. But whenever we can, we try to, me and the girls DM each other, or like support each other online. It's hard to keep in touch because we're all crazy busy living our lives. I know I'm crazy busy. I literally, yesterday for press, I had 1 hour of sleep, and then I had to do a 12-hour press day.
You're kidding. I have to clock in like a full 8 every night. I can't imagine.
It was so hard, and I'm also out here filming a movie, so it's hard to keep in touch and be a regular human, but at the same time, we support each other wherever we can. And again, so proud of them, and I know everybody's so happy doing their own thing and living their own life, so it's amazing. It really is.
Now, one other thing I want to touch on that you kind of mentioned is like being in the group and sort of your image, and what was projected. And you touch on this in the book of your struggles with body image, the pressure to be perfect, constant feedback. What ways I feel like so much of us feel that, again, like with social media on the internet, but yours is on a much grander scale. So what ways have you found that work for you now, when it comes to constant scrutiny from the outside?
Yes. So, man, that was another reason why it was really hard being in the group, because, man, like, I got body shamed. People made videos of me dancing and saying, this girl sucks. She sucks at dancing. She sucks at everything. It was hard, okay? Learning from that time, learning how strong I am, and learning also that there is so much love out there and so much positivity. And I thank my fans for that, for always coming to my defense. And what's awesome is that being on my own has given me the chance to really show who I am, show who Allie is in her heart and who she is as an artist. And people have been so loving and receptive of me. And for me, again, as you see in my book, I've been working at this since I started singing when I was 9 and pursued a career since I was 12. So for many years.
It's so young. It's wild.
Yes. So now to be where I've always wanted to be, and people love that, and being so positive and kind has been so incredible. Of course, you'll get your comments here and there.
Right.
But honestly, I feel like I've seen so much love. And also I know when to put my phone down, when to post and just post and don't look at comments, or when to be brave and look at comments. And A lot of people are so loving. And, you know, for me now, again, being through so much online scrutiny in the past few years, I've learned to just sometimes let it roll off my shoulders and just sometimes laugh honestly at a comment if someone's trying to like make fun of me or whatever, or my outfit, or what I'm wearing, or my body or anything. I'm just like, I just sometimes laugh. Like the other day there was a crazy comment. I was like, oh my gosh, this person's like
It's like, because it's like, who are they that are taking the time to write those things? You know, it makes you take a step back.
Exactly. So someone who's just writing negativity just to be negative, there's something wrong with them. So just realizing that. And again, on days when I'm not as strong, you know, praying and also talking to my friends and being like, hey, I need help real quick. I'm not feeling my best. And also my fans, like, they show me so much love and they remind me of my worth and my value and how much I'm cherished. And that means everything. So there's so many different things I do.
Yeah. And, you know, you said that this is the happiest you've ever been right now, which I'm so excited to hear. I mean, that makes me happy. What do you think you can attribute that happiness to?
Oh my gosh, just everything, you know, surrounding myself with a team who supports me and loves me and is able to execute my dreams and also not compromise who I am, and having that support behind me to have my back no matter what, and just being able to create the music finally that I've always wanted to create, having the freedom to be a part of whatever project or pursue whatever project that I want to do, you know, like writing a book, like being in a film, like of course my music and all these other things that I'm working on. It's so wonderful, and also having that time for me, you know, and to reconnect with old friends, and um to have quiet time when I need it, to have freedom to just explore life and the dreams in my heart, and all the things that I've been able to do in my solo career for the past year. It's been unbelievable. Like, it's crazy, and things are happening now. Even so now, it's just wonderful having a healthy environment, being on my own, having wonderful people around me. That's what I attribute it to.
Oh, that's so great. So good to hear. And, you know, you mentioned you have some other projects coming up. What else can we expect from you this year? Or maybe next year?
Right? Well,
What time is it even? I guess it's October now, which is wild, but
I know, girl, it's wild. We're about to be putting up our Christmas tree soon, and then
I know.
which
There
I
are no rules. I might put mine up, honestly, this weekend.
yes, I love you. I love Christmas so much. So, girl, I am all for it. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So I'm going to be releasing a ton more music until the end of the year. So I think 5 more songs. I just released today my new single called What Are We Waiting For with Afrojack. I love this song. I actually got to perform it on tour back in March. I didn't release it yet, but now it's out and I'm like so excited. And then so new music. I'm in Atlanta filming my first film called High Expectation.
You know, I'm from Georgia, so I love that.
No way! Girl.
Allie, I just got back to New York this past weekend, so I'm so sad. I just barely missed you.
Dang it! We could have done this in person. It's okay. Next time.
Next time.
I have to tell you, I have fallen in love with Georgia. So
It's a good place. It really is.
beautiful. It's beautiful and such lovely, wonderful Southern people, which are my people because I'm from Texas.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe you'll see Allie Brooke moving to Georgia.
Let's go, Allie. That's so funny. Oh man. And then so that's filming now, and then when does that come out?
I believe so. I heard that it might come out around springtime of 2021. So I can't wait. This has been a dream in my heart since I was 12. I mean, I've been on auditions for 15 years and I finally got it. You know, just keep on auditioning, keep on going. And it's just been incredible. And it's such a beautiful story. I love my character. She's changing me and honestly inspiring me. And it's also with Kelsey Grammer, and I get to meet him next week, and I'm dying because he's such a legend. And to be in a film with such greatness is like, It's crazy to me. It really is. And I can't wait to meet him. But it's beautiful, guys. And I love my cast and crew. It's just a dream. So I can't wait for y'all to see it one day.
Well, we're so excited to see it. Allie, congrats on everything. New book, new music, new film. Before we let you go, though, you talked a lot about how loving your fans are, and we have one of your biggest fans here that is dying to say hi, ask you a couple questions. His name is Taylor, and he's excited. So let's go ahead and bring him in. Do we have Taylor here?
Hi.
Taylor, say hi to Allie. Allie, Taylor, have you guys met before?
Yes.
Yes, we have. We've met many times. He's so sweet. He is such a big fan. Been following me and everyone for years. So it's great to see you, Taylor.
You as well. It's great to see you.
I love it. Now, Taylor, you have a couple questions for Allie, right?
Yes, I do.
All right, you want to launch in? Let's hear it.
Let's do it. So my first question is, if you could add an additional chapter into Finding Your Harmony, where would it be within the book and what would it include?
Ooh, that is an excellent question. I would include a chapter of high expectations, and it would be called High Expectations. Just everything leading up to my first film role and the experience that it has been. I actually have been writing and documenting myself and everything I've been learning and everything that has inspired me and all of the beautiful effects that this film is having on me and my character is. So that would be something that I would have loved to include in the book. I left an Easter egg. I don't know if you saw or you got there yet, but at the end I say, I have high expectations for the future. That was before I knew it was coming out, so I wanted to leave that there, but now everyone knows, so it's great.
Sneaking in those Easter eggs wherever you can, Allie.
Yes, exactly.
I love it. Taylor, you have another question for Allie?
I do. So this is more about the start of your book. So if you could go back to when you were first starting to pursue music, what would you tell yourself then?
Hold on tight. That's what I would say. It's like, girl, I'm having a conversation with you real quick. Listen, you can go through this, and this, but you're going to also achieve your dreams and begin to live your life that you've always wanted. So hang on tight.
Buckle up. It's going to be a ride.
Yes. And enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And that light is there at the end of the tunnel too.
That's right, Taylor. Yes, absolutely.
Now, Taylor, do you have one more?
I do, and it kind of speaks to just that ending point. What advice would you give to someone who is struggling to find that light at the end of the tunnel?
Man, I would say, listen, I've been there. I have felt like I don't know if I'd ever see the light again in many areas of my life. Just, obviously with the career, but also personally, not knowing what's going to happen, feeling uncertain, feeling like hope is lost. I'm here to tell you, hope is not lost. It is still there. It exists. Miracles can happen, and prayers can be answered. Sometimes we have to endure a season, and there's no way around it. But you will see that rising sun again. That's what I always love to say, and that is what I'd share with someone who's going through something. Please don't give up. Just hold on tight.
Thank you. I know a lot of fans need to hear that as well. So
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Especially during this time. So that's so beautiful, Allie. Taylor, thank you so much for all of those great questions. And Allie, thank you so much for being here. We're so excited for you and all your upcoming projects and cannot wait to follow along.
Thank you so much, girl. I really, really appreciate it. Mwah! I love you guys.
And thank you all for watching. Make sure to get a copy of Allie's new memoir, Finding Your Harmony, out now. And we'll see you all next time. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.